Welcome back. Why heart health matters to entrepreneurs. Maybe it goes without saying, but I want to break it down for you. In this video, I'm going to give you some heart facts, why your heart health matters for all of your health and business goals, and 5 tips to protect your heart health. So let's get into it. My name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance, where I build adaptive business leaders through compassionate health coaching. Let's talk about American Heart Health Month. It is February. Little fun fact for you, it was first proclaimed by President Johnson in 1964. He's one of the millions of people worldwide who have had heart attacks. Some fun facts about the heart: pumps about 2,000 gallons of blood per day. That's 7,570 liters. And unfortunately, heart disease is the number one cause of deaths among Americans. So this is a big factor for public health and quality of life. More about your heart: it usually beats 60 to 100 times per minute, 2.5 billion times in 70 years over the course of your life and ongoing. This is something that I will get hyped about sometimes when I think about it. Your heart's been beating nonstop since before you were born, even when you don't think about it, even when you're not thinking about anything at all, even when you're sleeping, dreaming, when you're exercising. It does amazing stuff, like your whole cardiovascular system, but it starts with your heart. So we got to make sure that we take care of your heart, because that is pretty much the foundation of everything that you're doing with your life. Without your heart, like, what would you do without that? And so when I talk about why it matters for entrepreneurs, why heart health matters for you, you think about like all the things that you're doing, you know, cooking or preparing food, or, raising kids, or all the to-do list things that you have, the errands that you got to run, the business, client relationships, all of that. Like, the subtext at the very top of that is your heart has to beat consistently. Click like if you know what I'm talking about. It's crucial. So it's very easy to forget how important your heart is. If you don't have that going, then you can't do anything. You don't have any impact, any satisfaction. You can't hang out. You can't play sports. You can't just walk around, enjoy the day outside. Nothing, right? You can't watch my YouTube videos. Problems. So you want to make sure that your heart's good. A lot of factors go into it. So taking care of your heart's also going to support healthy blood pressure, cholesterol, your weight, blood sugar level, and you want to know how important these things are for you and how they impact your risk for heart disease. So these things are interacting. Your activity levels, your stress management ability, your food choices will impact your heart health. And with that, I want you to be able to consider, how does your health support your life, right? I was talking about your heart. I was kind of joking, but for real, if you don't have the fundamentals in place to keep your heart beating successfully and painlessly, then that you can't focus. You can't do the things that you think are very important to you and your family and your business. So think about how your health supports your life and make more choices to support your heart health in terms of healthy eating and physical activity. Next, we've got 5 tips to protect your heart health. Just some quick ones. Just a recap, you know some of these: eat more fruits and veggies, great source of fiber. That can help keep your cholesterol down, keep your blood pressure down as well. And it's good for your like whole body. So definitely one of my favorite tips. I talk about it a lot. 2, eat less saturated fat. This is one, if you have like a high meat diet, don't do the carnivore diet, by the way. But if you're eating a lot of deep fried foods, greasy meats, switch to leaner meats, fish if you can. Eat less saturated fat. That's a good way to, lower keep your cholesterol down so your arteries don't get clogged up, especially those tiny arteries on the heart. That is how you have heart attacks. You need those. So you want to make sure that you are eating an appropriate amount of fat, and then not as much saturated fat as you might think. Third tip I have: check your blood pressure. Blood pressure is a silent killer. You don't know when your blood pressure is high. A lot of people will say like something's stressing them out and it increases their blood pressure. It doesn't exactly work like that. You can't feel when your blood pressure is high. So if your blood pressure goes too high, those little blood vessels, especially we talk about the heart health, if that ruptures, then like if that blood vessel breaks, then your heart won't be able to pump the blood through the rest of your body and you have serious problems. So make sure that you take care of that. Right. And then 4, check your cholesterol. Most healthy adults should check every 4 to 6 years. If you have a previous history or a family history of high cholesterol, then you want to check that more often. This is kind of like lipids that float through your blood. If they are too high, if that level is too high, they can start attaching to arteries and clogging them. And then that's where you get problems with heart attacks or strokes, um, and complications that you don't want. So check your cholesterol. It's a good idea. The fifth tip I have for you is get at least 30 minutes of exercise per day. That's the recommendation from the CDC is 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise. So it's about 22 minutes, but just go for 30. It doesn't have to be a strenuous workout intense thing. It can be a little bit of a power walking thing. You can go biking, skating, swimming, anything like that to keep your heart active and healthy so you don't have any problems with this. Take care of your heart so it'll take care of you. And the bonus tip I have, if you like some of these tips or you want to make it easier to reach these goals and keep your heart beating successfully so you don't die prematurely, right? So the Health Habits Challenge is linked below. Check that out. It's got 7 days, 7 tips in a sort of newsletter and some videos to help you figure this out in a sustainable way so your heart beats successfully. So check that out below. And like this is so important. I'm being playful about it, but I really do want you to know that your health supports your life and your heart is like a key to your health. So make sure you're doing that. Respect it. And this is why your heart health matters, entrepreneurs. Next, you can watch Daily Fiber Intake. 2 out of 3 don't know this. I'll put that here. As always, keep practicing. Peace.